Hello dear students, in my last video we have studied about the population attributes. So we have seen how population is going to be different from an individual organism due to some characteristics or attributes which are birth rate, death rate, sex ratio, age pyramid and population density. So all this we studied in my last video. Today we are going to be going to population growth. Before going to what is population growth, just a short revision about population density. So what is population density? We have seen that population density is nothing but number of individuals of species per unit area of volume. So you must remember this definition so that you know what do you mean by population growth. So what is population density? Population density is going to be number of individuals. How many number of individuals are going to be present in a given area or in a given unit area? How many organisms are present in that population? It is going to be population density. So now we are going to be studying how this population density will increase or decrease. So that is only going to be nothing but the population growth. So what is this population growth? Here by the growth we not only mean the increase but we also going to be dealing with the decrease in the population. That is any change in the population density, whether it is increasing or decreasing, is going to be called as the population growth. Now when we are talking about this population growth, this is going to be depending upon various factors. The size of the population, that is if there are going to be 4 lotus into a pond, it can become 8 or it can become 3. Depending upon certain factors. Why this population size is changing? The factors are food availability. How much of food is present? If the food available is more, the population is going to be surviving more. If the food is going to be less, the population automatically is going to be declining. Predation pressure. Now here you can see, suppose I am going to be having a group of rats. This group of rats are going to be staying into a house where there is no cat. So if there is nobody to eat it, then the population of the rat will continuously increase. But suppose if a group of rat is going to be present over there, then a group of cat is going to be present over there, then automatically these rat population will decrease. Another is going to be pressure and weather. So that is predation, pressure and weather. So this is predation, pressure. Weather means if there is going to be favorable conditions for the organism to survive, the population will increase. Suppose if the organism wants to stay into a hot climate, suppose there is going to be a camel living into a desert and suddenly there is going to be snowfall over there. So the organism will not be able to cope up. So these are going to be certain factors due to which the population can either increase or decrease. But if there is enough food availability, there is no one to eat them, they are well protected, there is no predation pressure, and if the weather is going to be favorable, the population will increase. Then, changes in the population density give some idea about the population, whether it is flourishing or declining. So that is what I was telling you. This population density, how many number of organisms are going to be present into a given area, is going to be telling us whether the population is increasing, that is flourishing, or it is decreasing or declining. Then, coming to the next part over here. This is going to be important from your exam point of view. Population growth when we are talking. So this population growth, I told you, it can be the increase in the population or decrease in the population. So any change in the population density will be regarded as the population growth. Let it be the increase or decrease. So this increase or decrease in the population density, which is going to be called as the population growth, this can be due to 4 things or 4 basic processes that is going to be changing, that is fluctuating the population density. Which are those 4 basic processes? They are going to be natality, mortality, immigration, and this is e-immigration. This is immigration, and this also is pronounced as immigration only, but the spellings are different and the meaning also is different. Let us see. First one, the natality. What do you mean by this natality? Natality is going to be nothing but it is the number of births in a population during a given period. Now suppose we are going to be having a group of population. In that group of population, how many new births are going to be taking place? How many new individuals are born? That is going to be called as the natality. Then suppose they are going to be death, that is mortality. Mortality is going to be nothing but it is the number of deaths in a population during a given period. That is how many number of death is going to be taking place, that is going to be called as the mortality. Then here is going to be next one, immigration. Here immigration, immigration, when it comes, it is the number of individuals of the same species that have come into the habitat from elsewhere during a given time period. Now, suppose there is going to be a population. In that population, some of the other organisms belonging to the same population are coming from outside. So, coming from elsewhere during that time period. Only for a temporary period they are going to be coming, and later they will be again going back. That is known as the immigration. And this immigration, e-immigration, herein we can see it is the number of individuals of the population who left the habitat and gone elsewhere during a given time period. Now, to make you understand all this, let me give you an instance. It is not there into your textbook. Let us take it just as a general story. What happened, there was a house. Suppose we are going to be having a house. In one house, there were going to be around 20 people. These 20 people included old age people, middle age people and small children. Now, one day, what happened was there was a newly married couple into the house. This newly married couple gave birth to two twins. That is Judwa. They gave birth to Judwa, two boys. Both were boys. So what happened? They giving birth means that is natality. So 20 people were there. 2 more added means how much it became? 22. What happened to the population density? It increased. So that is natality. Now, these two twins were born. Listening to that, the Buddha people or the oldest people that were going to be there into that house, they were so happy. They were so happy that one among them, the oldest who was there, who was a grandfather, he was so happy that he got a heart attack and he died. So he died means mortality. So what happened? One is going to be dying means 20 was the population. Because of the natality, it had become 22. Now because of the mortality, what happened? It decreased. So when it decreased, the population came to 21. Okay, now 2 born, 1 death. Now what happened? The relatives that were going to be there around that village, the relatives of the family, listening that this person has died, one old grandfather has died, hearing that, what the relatives will do? All the relatives will come to the house of the family. So, suppose around 10 relatives from outside are coming to the family because this grandfather has died. So, what happened because of this immigration? Because of this immigration, the population again increased. But what is there? These immigration, when they have done, they are not going to be staying for a permanent. These relatives will not stay permanently over here. They are there for a temporary period. But what happened to the house population now? It increased by 10. It became 31. Now 31 people in a house, and this newly born 2 kids are there. So what the mother of the 2 kids will do? She will take those children and she will go to her mother's house, because too much of rush is there into the house. So the condition is not favorable for the newborn. So what she will do? She will take the 2 twins and she will go to her mother's house. So what happened? -3. that is temporary, that is immigration. So why I am telling you this story? Because to understand what is natality, mortality, immigration. Natality is number of birth. Mortality is number of death. Immigration is going to be, suppose there is going to be a stressful condition in a habitat, some of the organisms are changing the place. For example, the birds we have seen, they undergo the migration. So they leave their place and they are coming to some other place for a temporary period. But when they are coming to a temporary period, the population density in that area increases, and this immigration is going to be when the individuals that are present in a population, they leave the habitat due to some reason, due to stressful condition for a temporary period, and once that stress is going to be getting over, they again return back to their original house. I hope by this story you understood these 4 basic processes, because these can be asked for 1 mark also, and these all 4 plus the definition of population growth or population density can be asked for 5 marks. So these definitions should be by hearted. Then let us see the relation over here. So as I told you, population density increases due to the immigration and natality. So that is, due to the number of birth the population will increase, and due to the incoming people also population will increase. But when there is number of death and when there is this e-immigration, the population density will what happen? Decrease. So natality and this I-immigration is increasing the population density, and mortality and this e-immigration is going to be decreasing the population density. Now let us summarize this, or let us put it into a formula. So here, if n here is nothing but the population density. So if n is the population density at time t, suppose we are taking a particular time t and we are considering n as the population density, then its density at time t plus 1, that is somewhere in the future at n t plus 1 is going to be nt, that is number of the organisms present at that time, plus b plus I minus d plus e. So what is this? Number of births and number of I-immigration minus number of death plus number of e-immigration. That is, increase in the population minus decrease in the population plus what is the existing population is going to be giving you the population density at t plus 1. So clearly, population density increases if birth and the immigration are more, the population density will increase. And in the same way, suppose if this is going to be more, then the population density will decrease. So if the deaths are more and if many people are living from there, many organisms are living from there, automatically the population density will decrease. So population density increases if the birth and immigration are more and death and immigration are less. Whereas it decreases if the mortality and the e-immigration are going to be more. So this is going to be how the population density is going to be varying, and this increase or decrease in the population density is going to be called as the population growth. Now, coming to the next part, here we can see that under normal conditions, birth and death are important factors influencing population. So under normal conditions, natality and mortality, that is number of birth and number of deaths, are going to be important. But suppose in stressful conditions, we can see, or suppose it is going to be a new habitat. For example, a colonizing new habitat means forming new habitat. In such habitats, number of incomings, that is immigration, may be more significant for the growth of the population than the birth rate. Then, to study this population growth, we are going to be studying 2 types of growth models, that is exponential growth model and then the logistic growth model. About this growth models, we will study in my next video.